You talk about how there is no free will for the individual. You also say that liberation is actually from the ignorant misbelief in the existence of a limited being. But what does liberation look like for the limited person?
Mhm. You are right. There is no free will for the limited being for just one simple reason. The will itself is not free. What you want to do itself is dictated by a whole series of different individual pieces. So, thinking that you can do whatever you want to do is completely ignorant because you have no freedom about wanting anything except exactly what you want at any given moment. So, that is why the limited being can never have free will at all. Now, what does liberation actually mean? What does realization mean? What does enlightenment mean? You essentially get rid of the bondage that this belief in the concept of a limited individual being represents. Once you're free of that bondage, there is nothing that colors your view of the world. So you can see things exactly as they are and respond exactly as the situation that single moment demands. Yet, in the context of the limited person, what does liberation actually manifest as? It's very simple. When the limited person completely lets go of all the bondages, if the limited person is not dictated by what others will see, what others will think, if they are simply completely free to be themselves. So, what we mean here is very simple. If they are free to completely own everything that arises without having to worry about what it will represent to their world and how their world will look at them in the context of that. At that point, the individual person experiences freedom. So it means if you feel like saying something, you feel free to say that. You still don't have to go ahead and say it, but you feel free to say that. If you feel like doing something, you feel free to do that without worrying about what somebody else will think or say. That represents freedom for the limited individual being.